Have you ever taken a vitamin, thinking it was good for your health, only to discover later that it might be quietly doing more harm than good? If you're over 60, this is a video you absolutely cannot afford to miss. What you think is helping your heart, bones, or energy may actually be increasing your risk of stroke, liver damage, or worse. In fact, some of the most popular vitamins on the shelf right now, yes, the ones millions take every day, have been linked to serious health problems in seniors. But here's the good news. There are also 4 powerful vitamins that you absolutely should be taking every single day. One of them could even cut your risk of early death by 34%. Stick with us until the end, because the last one might just be the most important supplement you ever take. Your future health could depend on what you're about to hear. Let's begin with 4 dangerous vitamins that seniors should avoid. The first is vitamin A, specifically in its retinol or retinol palmitate form. Now, this vitamin is essential for vision, skin, and immune support, but it becomes toxic if taken in high doses, especially for older adults. After 60, your liver becomes less efficient at processing fat-soluble vitamins like vitamin A. Instead of getting flushed out, the excess gets stored in your body. Over time, this can build up and cause liver damage, bone fractures, and even fatigue. A major study found that seniors who took high doses of retinol had a 26% increased risk of fractures. So what should you do? Avoid supplements listing retinol or retinol palmitate and instead get vitamin A through food. Carrots, spinach, sweet potatoes. These provide beta-carotene, which your body safely converts to vitamin A as needed. No risk of overdose, no stress on your liver. It's safer and smarter. Next on the danger list is synthetic vitamin E. You've probably heard vitamin E is good for your heart. That's partly true, but only when it comes from natural sources. The synthetic version, usually labeled as D-alpha tocopherol, can actually increase the risk of bleeding, stroke, and even prostate cancer in older adults. It also disrupts the balance with other key vitamins like vitamin Ka. Massive study found that seniors taking more than 400 units of synthetic vitamin E had a 4% higher death rate. And if you're on blood thinners, this is even more serious. Synthetic vitamin E makes it harder for your blood to clot, increasing the chance of dangerous bleeding. So double-check your supplements. If it says DL-alpha, it's time to toss it. Instead, choose natural sources like almonds, sunflower seeds, and spinach. Or, if you need a supplement, go for D-alpha tocopherol. That's the natural version your body actually understands. Now, let's talk about iron. Yes, iron is essential for carrying oxygen through your blood. But after age 60, your body's ability to regulate iron drops significantly. That means any extra iron you take through supplements can build up and become toxic. Too much iron in seniors can lead to heart problems, liver damage, and even diabetes. One major study found a 36% increase in heart failure among seniors with high iron stores, even when their blood tests looked normal. This isn't something you'll feel happening. It builds up silently. Unless you've been diagnosed with iron deficiency anemia, you probably don't need an iron supplement, and yet it's still included in many multivitamins. If you're a man or a woman past menopause, or if you eat red meat or fortified foods, you're likely already getting enough. Skip the extra pills. It's safer and smarter. And finally, let's talk about calcium. This one might shock you. For decades, we've all been told to take calcium to protect our bones. But recent studies show that calcium supplements, especially in high doses, don't just go to your bones. Instead, they can build up in your arteries, harden them, and increase your risk of heart attacks and strokes. One study found that people who took calcium supplements had an 86% higher risk of heart attack. And this risk is even higher when calcium is taken without vitamin K2 or magnesium, which help direct the calcium into your bones instead of your blood vessels. So what's the solution? Get your calcium from food: broccoli, leafy greens, almonds, and small portions of dairy. If you do need a supplement, make sure it's combined with K2 and magnesium, and don't take more than 500 milligrams at a time. Now, let's flip the script. Here are 4 essential vitamins that seniors over 60 should absolutely take every day. The first one is vitamin K2. And no, this is not the same as vitamin K1. K2 plays a unique role in making sure the calcium you eat goes into your bones and not your arteries. Without enough K2, calcium builds up in your blood vessels, leading to heart disease and poor circulation. A study showed that seniors who took K2 regularly had a 57% lower risk of arterial calcification. K2 is hard to get from diet alone. It's found mostly in fermented foods like natto and aged cheese. That's why most experts recommend a supplement, especially in the form of MK7, which stays in your system longer and works better. If you're already taking calcium or vitamin D, you should be taking K2 as well. Next is vitamin B12. This is critical for your nerves, brain, and blood cells. But here's the problem. After 60, your stomach makes less acid, and that acid is needed to absorb B12 from food. Even if you eat meat, eggs, or dairy, you might still be deficient, and B12 deficiency doesn't show up overnight. It creeps in slowly, making you feel tired, confused, forgetful, or numb in your fingers and toes. If that sounds familiar, B12 might be the missing link. The good news: it's easy to fix. B12 comes in several forms, but methylcobalamin is the best for older adults. It's better absorbed and used by the body. You can find it in tablets, sprays, or injections depending on your needs. Just 500 to 1,000 micrograms a day can make a huge difference. It's not just about energy. B12 supports brain health, prevents falls, and keeps your heart in rhythm. Moving on to number 2, magnesium. This might be the most underrated mineral in senior health. Magnesium helps regulate blood pressure, keeps your heartbeat steady, reduces muscle cramps, and even calms your nervous system for better sleep. But here's the catch. Most seniors are deficient, especially those taking blood pressure meds, diuretics, or antacids. That's nearly everyone over 60. And the symptoms of magnesium: deficiency, anxiety, high blood pressure, leg cramps, trouble sleeping, often go unnoticed or blamed on aging. A recent study found that seniors with good magnesium levels had a 35% lower risk of diabetes and a 41% lower risk of stroke. So, How do you get it? Food sources include spinach, pumpkin, seeds and almonds. But if you need more, go for magnesium glycinate or citrate, which are gentle and absorb well. Avoid magnesium oxide. It's cheap but barely absorbed. Start with 200 to 400 milligrams per day and adjust as needed. And finally, the superstar, Vitamin D3. This is not just a vitamin for bones, it's your entire immune system's control center. Vitamin D helps regulate inflammation, supports muscle strength, boosts mood, and reduces the risk of infections. But the sad truth is, most seniors are severely deficient. Why? Because as we age, our skin produces less vitamin D from sunlight, and our kidneys process it less effectively. One massive study found that seniors who took D3 daily reduced their risk of early death by 34%, improved their immune function by 30%, and lowered their chance of falling by nearly half. That's a game changer. The best form to take is D3, also called cholecalciferol. Most seniors need at least 1,000 to 2,000 units a day, and some need more. Always take it with magnesium and K2 to make sure your body uses it properly. Vitamin D isn't just another pill. It's your daily defense against aging, illness, and decline. So what's the big takeaway from all of this? If you're over 60, your body is changing, and so are its needs. Some vitamins that helped you in your younger years can now quietly turn against you. Meanwhile, others that were once optional are now essential to protect your heart, mind, and mobility. It's not about taking more pills. It's about taking the right ones. Review your current supplements carefully. Are you unknowingly taking toxic forms of vitamin A, synthetic E, unnecessary iron, or excessive calcium? If so, it's time for a change. On the other hand, are you supporting your body with K2, B12, magnesium, and D3? If not, your health could be missing key protection it desperately needs. This is your moment to act. Don't wait until symptoms show up. Prevention is the best form of care. And now that you have the facts, you're in control. Talk to your doctor. Ask for blood tests if you're unsure. And most importantly, listen to your body. Every supplement should work with your age, not against it. Let us know in the comments which of these vitamins surprised you the most. Are you already taking any of them? Or have you had a bad experience with one you thought was safe? We want to hear from you. And if this video helped you or someone you care about, be sure to share it. Because staying healthy after 60 isn't about luck. It's about knowledge, the right support, and smart choices. Until next time, stay safe, stay strong, and stay informed.